Hi, I'm Steven Singaraju, and this is a very short video about two books that we've developed for the flagship program. The first being the Subject Learning Guide for MKT3SRM, Social Media and Relationship Marketing. After looking at the Subject Learning Guide, we'll then quickly go on to the Subject Study Guide. And this is a subject learning guide. A subject learning guide, like you've already familiar with, is a document which describes the subject in detail. This is no different to that, except that it's more interactive than the ones we usually see in a PDF format. This is the front page of it, a very brief outlay of the contact details for me, the subject coordinator. Students will be able to get these details in a typical PDF format as well. It's just reinforced here, and you'll notice that on the left side of the digital subject learning guide, we can actually emphasize key issues that we want to highlight to students. So that's quite useful, I find, in this book. Other details of the subject, including general details, enrollment details, staff information, and subject description. I've also included a short video, a subject introductory welcome video, I call it, and that's available here through a widget, a video widget, we call it. So if we were to click that, that will then appear as a video.
My name is Steven Singaraju, and I'm your lecturer for MKT3.
So this video actually goes on for a while. It goes on for about 5 minutes or so. It describes the key issues pertaining to the subject, a bit about the assessments in brief, and also what students can expect in terms of the learning experience right up to the final week. In most subject learning guides, you would find assessment briefed, details of the assessment provided. The added advantage of this book is that it's interactive. I've provided a small video in the form of a widget, again explaining only the first assessment, and that's available to students via this iBook.
Assessment 1.
That goes on for a while too, a few minutes. Students are able to look at that video and get a good idea of what is expected of assessment 1. The same applies to assessment 2, which has got a small video there to describe it. Also, very quickly, going on to the kind of applications that students will have to get familiar with for this subject. We'll be using Twitter in classes and also in tutorials, but more importantly in classes, because class exercises in the form of general article questions as well as case study that'll be attempted during class time as class exercises will be discussed on Twitter. So Twitter will be used as a platform, and that will be the platform that all students will have to engage in to bring their contribution to the forefront during the discussion for each lecture session. And descriptions are provided here as to how to use Twitter. For those students who are unfamiliar with Twitter, there's a brief video to help them register a Twitter account and start using it. And also group tweets to access the Twitter account for the subject without having to access Twitter itself. And there's a brief description as to how this application works. For those students who need to express an answer in more than 140 characters, because Twitter is limited to 140 characters, there are applications such as tall tweets and long tweets. these two applications here would enable students to write more than 140 characters and then capture those answers which are longer than 140 characters as an image and post it on Twitter. Some useful terminologies that students will have to get used to using Twitter, and also next section here in the study learning guide that addresses the functionality of the iBook itself as to how to use it and what are the functions that is available to students. There's a short video here provided by myself as to how to navigate through this digital book. And for this subject, the assessment has been revised or redesigned rather to be very engaging. So we are actually using Apple's iMovies or Movie Maker, which is made available through Windows. These are applications that may not be necessarily familiar to students undertaking the subject, and therefore a description of these applications has been provided. Videos as to how to use these applications have also been made available for students to have a look at and get familiar with these applications, whichever applications they may choose, whether it's iMovies or Movie Maker, to complete assessment task 1 as a digital storytelling multimedia project. And also moving on to other applications that students may find useful. Zoom, another application, a brief description about it, particularly useful in group works concerning meetings, and it also has the ability to record meetings and for future references. Google Scholar, Google Calendars, Google Moderator. I'm planning to use Google Moderator in guest lecture sessions, and also a bit of entertainment for students who would like some music and other forms of entertainment. Here we have TuneIn Radio and Pandora Internet Radio. With that, I end this session for the iBook Subject Learning Guide.